WJR.
Good Wednesday morning to you, or as some of you like to say, it's
Hump Day.
That was a good
one?
pivot because I said it's, and you usually say it's Hump Day, but I said it's, and then you quickly dropped the it's and went to Hump Day.
I'm in broadcasting.
This is the sign of a real pro. It is Wednesday, middle of the week, Hump Day. June 3rd, the 155th day of 2020. There are 211 days left in the year. Make each and every day count. Each day is a gift. And we've got the team together. Dick Kapner, our WJR news director, starting us off with news the way it's meant to be. Presented as news, not opinion or whatever. It's news, and he presents it that way. Dayna Clark is here with traffic, weather, food, places to get food, ways to eat food, anything food-related, on movies and other things to download. And Thomas is on break here, our executive producer, and David Kingpin Rieger steps in and does a very fine job, David. We appreciate that.
Yes,
and Brian Morton, good morning. Brian Morton is in the control room. And Jonah is there, who told us just seconds ago we were live now, and we are. Mm-hmm. And Kim, who is wisely sleeping right
Hallelujah.
now, which is something that probably all of us could use, but we have to get up and work this morning.
Yes, we do.
There are people who got up earlier and were on the road already or already at work, like Brian and others. What's on anyone's mind? What's going on?
Dave was telling me about some arrests last night in Detroit on Outer Drive Day.
Yeah, they broke in to America's Got Talent. Channel 4 did, and I guess it looked like it was like in the parking lot of a Dollar Tree store or something, and they were out past curfew, so the police came in and started making arrests and pepper spray and stuff.
Well, you know, what's worked best in many communities, including Detroit, or so it would seem to me from just observing, is that if you don't say there's a curfew and then enforce it, things don't work out so well. If you say there's a curfew and enforce it, things work out pretty well. It's pretty simple, but that seems to be the formula that has worked in communities such as ours that don't have the big problems, such as the communities like New York City. And, well, I don't want to start naming cities, but there have been plenty of cities that have had their hands full and a problem. And most of it has been when people are left to basically run amok, seemingly. Well, it's kind of simple.
Is a law that's not enforced a law?
No, that's, people can argue that every day about what the speed limit is on I-75.
Or the Lodge.
Or any place.
Or the barber Carl Mankey.
Well, what's the latest with him when they shut him down? What's the story there?
They paid a visit to him a couple of days ago, warning him that if you keep cutting hair, more bad things are going to happen. And he told them, it looks like you need a haircut. And he's still open cutting hair.
He is. Well,
but you got the curfew in Detroit being enforced. And if there's a law or an order saying barbers are not supposed to cut hair, if that law is not enforced, it's not really the law either, is it?
Well, not this time around. And
regardless of whether you agree with those laws.
I was listening to Mitch yesterday, and he's got the same issue I have, that when these other things come up, they're so loud, I can't hear anything else anymore. So, Dick, I actually was reading your lips, and I hear what you're laying down. But I'm not going to get one of those sign language people, because I still contend that closed captioning serve far more people than the people who watch sign language.
Yeah.
You know,
Right.
I asked the governor about that. It is 5:43 at WJR.
This report is brought to you by Unbound.org. Right now, there are young people across the world facing a tough choice: continue their dream of education or drop out to help their family put food on the table. You can help change their future in a single moment. See how far your support can go at Unbound.org.
And let's check at our WJR traffic and weather. First, we know we have Dayna Clark.
And Traffic First, sponsored by Oakland University. Prepare yourself to advance with the Oakland University Executive MBA program, now enrolling for the fall semester. Transform your career by taking classes on the weekend. Learn more at OU's virtual info session on June 13th or at oakland.edu/EMBA. Construction 94 eastbound at 12 Mile. The off-ramp is closed 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. That's nightly through Thursday morning. Now, WJR Weather First from the Weather Channel, sponsored by Clarkston Window and Door. Over 31 years in business, over 450 combined years of experience installing windows. Trusted specialists at Clarkston Window and Door. Act now to take advantage of 31% off installed windows, doors, and garage doors. 248-338-6781 or clarkstonwindow.com.
Cracking out one more warm day today, but the front will go through. It's cold front. It'll come through this morning with a few showers, maybe a thunderstorm, and then the sun will pop out this afternoon, make it up to 85. Then the cooler air spills in tonight, clearing 62. Tomorrow, sunshine with a few clouds, 85. From the Weather Channel, I'm meteorologist Ray Stitchik on News Talk 760 WJR.
And a gentleman who joins us Monday through Friday from noon till 3. Right now, he's here too at 5:45. He is Rush Limbaugh.
On Monday, after delivering a Rose Garden speech, President Trump strode, that's walked for those of you in Rio Linda, to the historic St. John's Church, which...
I like hearing Rush.
Yeah.
I found that a Monroe kid, another Monroe kid done good named Blair, and now because of Joe Gannon, I'm not sure how to say this name the way I used to say it in Monroe, because I went to high school with a kid with the last name Gagnon. How would you pronounce that?
Yeah, Gannon.
Gagnon?
Yeah.
Gagnon?
Gagnon? Who knows?
Right, but Joe pronounced it Gannon. That's right.
Mm-hmm.
Joe says Gannon, but I thought in Monroe we said it a different way. Anyway, Blair Gannon is a senior avionics system engineer with SpaceX, and he was working on the unmanned missions leading up to the manned mission, Crew Dragon, and all of that. A kid from Monroe, Blair.
Oh, that's
Isn't that nice?
wonderful. Yes. Very wonderful.
You know, it's nice to come from a small town where you are able to celebrate the heroics of some of the individuals that, you know, if he was from New York or Dallas or any number of much larger cities, people probably wouldn't be talking that much about it. But I know in Monroe, there's a great sense of pride when we get a story like that.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, we're online on WJR, of course, 760 on the AM dial, but we're also on social media. You can see us right up until about 6:15, and you'll see our sometimes smiling faces, most times tired-looking faces. Speaking for myself, look at my eyes when I do that.
Oh, stop it!
Frightening. Otherwise, my eyes look like they're closed all the time, like one of those dogs that, you know, you look at them and say, can that dog see with their eyes the way they are? It's kind of like my story of my life.
You're fine.
It was nice out yesterday.
It was hot and humid.
Yeah.
It was very humid. I tried to keep up with Brian, and I walked 3 miles, and I was huffing.
How did Brian do? I didn't see him
Brian
yesterday.
says he hasn't walked in a few days, but he's getting back on track.
Okay, good for you. He's inspirational.
Yes. But we're all fighting the COVID-15. So
I got to tell you something, and I thought of this last night. I don't feel like I'm free. Like, you know, the governor set the state free, and we had her on, and I heard it from her own, my own ears. I heard it with my own ears, and I don't feel any different. I still feel I feel trapped like a rat.
I told you. Yeah, that's that feeling I was trying to describe. Like you can go out, but you're like Dick said, going into the lake for the first time. You want to go, but you're like, should I go? I don't know. But Paul W., you, how have you been surviving? Because you usually go out to dinner every night. Are you ordering out every night? Or are you cooking? Did you learn to
Kim
cook?
is. I'm not cooking.
Okay.
I am grilling.
Okay, right.
But then
It's
I'd had so much meat because that's mostly what I do on the grill. Because
Mhm.
I need to get one of those. Have you guys used those little copper sheets that are being advertised on television? You put them on your grill so the fish doesn't fall through the grill. You still get the grill marks. It looks pretty spectacular. But of course, everything that's being sold on television with those, call now. And if you order right now, not only will you get one copper sheet, you'll get 2 copper sheets for the price of one. Just pay shipping and handling, which generally means they make their profit.
Yes, on the shipping.
The copper sheet costs 4 cents to make and $49.95 for shipping and handling, whatever. Anyway, no, I need to do, Kim and I had this conversation. I need to start doing much more fish on the grill. And we need to eat food that we're making. Looking at my credit card bills and my bills from ordering out all the time is hefty.
Adds up. Dave, do you grill?
I don't cook at all.
You don't?
I go out as much as I can. Yeah, I am.
Really?
Yeah, I'm a horrible cook. Everything turns out horrible.
Does it?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not
You're
good.
hearing the Paul W. Smith Show. News Talk 760 WJR.
The team here in the WJR Roundtable. Oh, you know what I saw on the news last night? And it was Fox News, and she was introduced as a reporter from Fox 11 in Los Angeles, and it was Coco McAvoy.
Oh, yeah, she moved. I read that.
I didn't know. You know, I got to say, frankly, in television especially, people now come and go. It's like, who's that reporter? And it's somebody that you start to get used to, and then they're gone. And it's kind of just the way it's going in television and, frankly, in radio, as the jobs become less desirable, I guess, because they pay less and less, and it hit those reporters first, I think. So there's like a revolving door of reporters. But anyway, I thought Coco McAvoy did a fine job, and then she disappeared. And I didn't hear where she went. You said you read when she left that.
Yes.
But I looked up on my monitor, and there was Coco McAvoy. And by the way, she did a fine job.
Oh, good.
Working there for Fox 11 in Los Angeles. That's a big step going from the Detroit market to the Los Angeles market. So
yes, it is.
Good for her. We continue to do our WJR General Motors partnership, as we've had that for a long time with our broadcast for the auto shows and such. All of the broadcasters, all the auto companies have helped us broadcast the various auto shows over the years. Each one of them has done it like twice now for 2-3 years at a time. But the other relationship with General Motors, spearheaded by WJR and Mary Barra, the boss at GM, is our graduate program that we have at 8:05 each evening, spotlighting a high school graduation class, recognizing the achievements of those students as they emerge in our society as leaders during these unparalleled times. We recognize their achievements because we recognize the things they missed out on by being in the class of the lousy year 2020. There's no other way to look at it. It's been a very tough, bad year for a lot of reasons. But last night was South Lake High School. Tonight, it'll be Detroit Mercy High School. So if you have any connection there, family members, anything, 8:05, I think you will like the way that our WJR team has put this little program together. It's worth tuning in for. And by the way, if you missed your school's broadcast, apparently you can find them as a podcast at WJR.com. WJR.com. Just wanted to remind you of that. So if in the heat of the program we forget, at least get it out there for that right now. So what else is happening here?
Well, we got our fireside chat, but it came from Joe Biden.
Yeah, well,
And
he's lucky. He's lucky he didn't catch on fire in the middle of a fireside. I thought I was supposed to go in the fireplace.
No, Paul W.
You said it was a fireside chat.
He was with it yesterday, and
He
it
was.
Yes, it was great. It was what we needed to hear. And I mentioned earlier that there were primaries in 6 states, so he swept all of those. So I think he has. Let me check. I think it says he has 100 delegates now, roughly more than 100. He needs roughly more than 100, and he swept all 7 states. Yeah. So
when's he supposed to announce what black woman he's picking for vice president?
You didn't hear it's me.
It is you? Yeah. Excellent. Yeah,
no, nobody wants that. Nobody wants that. No, I don't know.
Nobody wants that job, or nobody wants you?
Me. Yeah, nobody wants
everybody me. Wants you.
No. Anyway, I think he has a few more months. I think he has a couple more months before he has to say.
There's been a rumor it was going to be last weekend.
Oh, really?
And it never happened. And I don't know. Sean is, I think, running our equipment today.
Jonah.
Oh, Jonah. This is an old one then. No, it says for Wednesday, June 3rd. Let's see. Okay. Thanks, Jonah will be at the helm. All right, so Jonah. Sean wrote this. Maybe that's where I got some things messed up. But there hasn't been one person that I've seen from Facebook or YouTube or something else. Usually, he may not know this, but they usually put the names up there, and we just say hi to them and stuff like that. But anyway. Listening in at 760 on the AM dial as well. Did we have a storm last night? I slept through it if we did.
I had no rain, I don't think, but Dave, Kingpin, my bad, said that he had a little rain. Dick, did you have any rain?
I had a little bit of rain, yeah.
We had some rain, and it was really mostly a windstorm around here. It was a thunderstorm in West Michigan and mid-Michigan, and they had a little bit of minor damage there, and there were outages. By the time it got here, it weakened a little bit, and now it's long gone. But as you saw in the forecast, Dayna, we still have a chance of a thunderstorm today.
Yeah. And this is the end of there's some cooling trend coming. It's again another hot day like yesterday, which was a beautiful day. So like
mild,
comfortable.
We'll still be in the 80s.
Yeah, mid-80s next several days, and the weekend is a little bit cooler and sunshine now.
I've been living in a cave. Has summer come officially yet?
Isn't that June 21st or something like that?
I don't keep track.
I think it's in a couple of weeks.
But it feels like summer now, doesn't it?
Sure does.
It's the 70s right now. This is summer.
Yes, it's 74.
73, 74 right now. I think we just declared an early summer. I mean, in the year of 2020, what else matters?
Everything else is messed up, so And
soon we'll find out that we're hurtling toward the sun as a planet, and we probably will not survive. But on that happy note, it's 5:57.
This report is brought to you by Unbound.org. Right now, there are young people across the world facing a tough choice. Continue their dream of education or drop out to help their family put food on the table. You can help change their future in a single moment. See how far your support can go at Unbound.org.
And, of course, to get that WJR traffic and weather first, we turn to Dayna Clark.
Well, we had an earlier accident that came and left 94 westbound after Connor. Earlier accident is clear. Just looking at construction, of course, along 12 Mile, both directions eastbound and westbound between Telegraph and Lasser. That's in Southfield. The road reduced to just one lane that's scheduled through late fall. Now, WJR weather first from the Weather Channel. We are expecting some scattered thunderstorms earlier in the day. Later, looking at lots of sunshine, a high of 85. Tonight, much cooler. Overnight low 59. For Thursday, mostly sunny and a high of 85. Partly cloudy, currently 74 degrees. I'm Dayna Clark, WJR News with Dick Hafner in 2 minutes.
Well, it's just us now.
Well,
Paul, I
And
had
the
a
people on
question.
social media.
Yeah, I had a question for you, Paul. I don't know why I was thinking about this morning, but if you were to have a dinner party and you could invite 3 people, dead or alive, and they would have to answer your questions truthfully, who would those 3 people be?
Ooh, that's a good one.
The governor and I defer to Dayna right now.
Oh boy, that's one you got to kind of sleep on, because you got to think about it. But I'll throw some stuff out. This is going to sound really hokey and corny, but actually the first guest would be Jesus, because I have a lot of questions, which I know he will answer honestly. So he would be the first person. Wow, that is something. I'm drawing a blank.
The reason I reacted the way I reacted is at dinner.
Yeah.
God bless Kim, because she tries to do this sort of thing. We had the most unusual opportunity without a holiday or anything else. We had Adam, Sophie, Natalie, Kim, and I. Just Jamie, who's out working hard on the golf tour. Only Jamie was not with us. And so when we do something like that, Kim likes to facilitate conversation. And yesterday's was, if you knew you had 1 week to live, what would you? And I go, oh no. I would go out and buy as many things as I could, travel as far as I could, and put it all on a credit card.
Yes, I like that. How about you, Dave? You must have
my 3 would be
tell us.
would be JFK.
Yes, I thought about him.
Tiger Woods. Because
Oh,
I need to know what happened that night with
Oh,
the
yeah,
4
what
iron
really
and the
happened.
Escalade. And Steve Jobs.
Steve
That
Jobs.
would be that would be my 3 people
That's
that I would
good.
have
Now
at the
that's
dinner.
really, really good. Really good.
Should
Okay.
Tiger be worried that, at least for the moment, he's the only living one? That you...
Well,
Right.
I'm
Okay.
living, so you know.
Oh, yeah, that's true.
I'll take Oprah.
So, yeah.
I would take Oprah.
Oprah's
Since I forgot about living. I was just
Oprah's a
thinking about,
common answer that I get.
yeah, I would take Oprah and
I get Michael Jordan a lot, especially
mhm,
with the documentary that just came out.
mhm,
They want to know about Isaiah and the Dream Team, and did he really keep him off and stuff like
mhm.
that. So.
Of course he did. But anyway, yeah, one more person.
I get a lot of people. Donald Trump.
Bruh. Well,
There's
yeah, I can see
Tim. Well, we've got somebody listening in and watching us on social media with our StreamYard.com. Although that's not where you go, that's where we go.
Yeah.
But WJR.com or Facebook or YouTube search or whatever, you'll find us and our overwhelmingly smiling faces.
Somebody did say on the Facebook, they said vote for Dayna.
Vote for Dayna, yeah.
sweet.
It was
she
probably
announced
Kellyanne Nagy who watches and listens
And
from
Trish checks
North
in. You
Carolina.
know what was funny? I have to tell you, one of our listeners, Patrick, who usually chimes in every day, said in one of the comments later, I went back and watched that you were talking about hazard pay for Brian. He said
Yes.
anybody who has to deal with Dayna and Ann should get hazard pay. I'm like, yes, sir, you are absolutely right.
Thank you, Ann.
Damn.
Ann's been here with us before. Good
Yes.
morning. Yeah, I would vote for Dayna to be Joe Biden's running mate because he needs someone like Dayna. He just needs somebody alive, really, but somebody with personality and
Yes.
tells it like it is. And
to
I would trust
excite us.
you. I would trust you.
Oh, that means everything to me.
Well, I mean, I don't
Yeah.
say that lightly.
I may seem a little harsh at times. I just pretty much say how I feel, so you always know. You never have to guess. But I am a very kind person. I have a kind heart, and I do love all people. But
Dayna,
anywho,
your friend Patrick on social media, to my question, just said he would have Walter Reuther and Carol Baskins from Tiger King at his
that's
dinner.
a good one. That's
How
a
do you
good
see
one.
that? How come I don't see
Yeah,
that?
we don't see some of them.
If you go over to the side where it says live comments over on the side of your screen,
Oh.
you can see everybody that's on
There we
comment.
go. Oh,
But
we
then
always have it on the private
Oh,
chat.
yeah, we always have the private chat so Brian can
Gotcha.
yell at us through the
Right.
thing.
If you go to
Oh,
live
see,
comments, you can
Patrick.
see everybody that's chimed in.
Oh.
Nice.
I thought we didn't have anybody today. All right,
There
very
we
good.
go.
Whoops. It moves without touching it.
Right. Everybody that comes in and makes a comment, and it just keeps on,
Patrick, did you just read what Patrick said? Did I
Yes.
miss that? Carol Baskins? Oh, my gosh.
Yeah. Walter
That's
Reuther and
good.
Carol Baskins from Tiger King.
I don't want to sit with her for dinner.
You don't?
No, I've already
You're right.
decided she's guilty. She's guilty
Well,
as sin. She killed her husband.
She has control now of Joe Exotic's zoo now. So
Zoo.
Somehow that's just not right.
I should go back and watch Tiger King. That was great entertainment. That was so funny. I laughed out loud the whole time. I did. I was like, look at this.
But you know what? If you told people about it and they went to it, those first couple of episodes are really tough. And they go, wait, seriously? You really want me to watch this?
Yeah.
Stay with it.
Right.
really good.
It's horrible, but it's really great.
Right.
It's a train wreck. It's a, whatever, call it what you will.
Yes.
We've avoided talking about any of the problems because we've avoided many of the problems in Detroit that we see ad nauseum in other cities. People running people over, police officers being beaten up, one off-duty or former cop, and I don't know how that plays into this, but I don't know if he tried to step in and help someone or whatever, shot dead. I mean, it's pretty horrific what's going on out there, and it's anarchy. And it's got nothing to do with the good people who have every right to protest and be heard, because they're hurting and they're saying, here we go again, and all kinds of other things. They should be heard. And I fear that it's the people who think it's time to shop for a free television or sneakers are really getting all the attention, and not the good people with the good intentions. And I don't know what you do about that at a time like this. I really don't. So do these people that we're seeing on the right side here, Kingpin? I see. There's a time next to when they wrote
The Paul W. Smith Show. News Talk 760
changing the convention out of North Carolina.
Okay. From Clay.
Good Wednesday morning to you, or as some like to say,
it's Hump Day. Woo-hoo!
Wednesday, June 3rd, the 155th day of 2020. There are 211 days left in the year. Make each and every day count. Each day is a gift. Our gift is waking up with you as we are on this middle of the week Wednesday, Hump Day at 6:06. You just heard the news. And, of course, that's our news director, Dick Hafner, there with us. Looks like he is tuned in. He's got the toughest job because he has to write his next newscast while we're blabbing away.
Yeah.
And we expect him to blab away with us. So, Dick, I feel your pain. And I know how tough this would be if they end up fixing whatever they have to fix to do it all show long. I don't know what you'd have to dismiss yourself and write your news, because your news is it's award-winning and extremely important, and that doesn't just happen. You work on that. So I kind of
during the conversations, I have a lot of typos.
Yeah, I bet. I bet. Dayna Clark, of course, here, traffic, weather, and the passing scene. Whatever's going on, she's got an opinion. We talk about restaurants and carry out and movies to download at home. We have Brian Morton back in the Golden Tower of the Fisher Building, which surprisingly, he's pressing all the right buttons, and he's been there alone. But now that Dave Kingpin Rieger is in for Ann Thomas, he is our producer for the shows. He's back in the Fisher Building as well. Is that because you don't want to go through all the rigmarole to get all this stuff set up for a week?
Oh, I could do it at home very easily. But,
you can?
It's a good excuse to get out of the house.
Mm-hmm.
You know.
Oh, that's true.
And who doesn't want to come see Brian? Come on.
Yeah,
Well,
exactly.
I-
I think he misses us secretly.
Brian?
He does. Yeah,
No,
for sure.
I can see Brian right now. I can hear Brian right now go, no. Remember, see, so Brian is the one who wears the T-shirt that says, "I'm with stupid," and the arrow goes both ways. It goes in both directions. I'm with stupid. Anyway, God bless Brian. And Kim is sleeping, which is most unusual. It's probably because she had to facilitate conversation between mostly the whole family at dinner.
Right.
We don't get everybody together like that very often. And so we were talking about what we would do if we were going to die in a week. And then we expanded it to say, well, what if you knew it was your last year on Earth? What would you do? You know, that sort of stuff. Just like David asked us earlier, who would we want to have dinner with if we could pick 3 people, or was it 2 people?
3 people, dead or alive.
Dead or alive, who we'd want to have dinner with. I can't come up with.
And they had to answer all your questions honestly.
Yeah. Oh well,
that's such a switch. I don't know if I could handle that.
Joy says she would have Jesus, Bill Murray, and her mom.
Wow. I don't know. If I were Jesus, I don't know how I'd take that. Bill Murray, Jesus. Bill Murray, Jesus.
Are they all at the table, Dave? Are they?
They're all.
Is this one-on-one?
No, it's like a dinner party. You know, you're all at the table.
Okay.
Hi, Russ Ives. Nice to have Mr. Pest Control, Mr. Rose Pest Solutions, Russ Ives. Oh, don't move. Oh, all right. Love the theme music. Is it Fresh Air? No, the theme music is. Oh, I forget. I can't remember. Brian, tell me in my headphones. It's. No one's asked me the question about the theme music in a long time. It's an unusual name.
Is it Carla?
Carla with a K. Right. Good job, Dave. Newsman always knows. And it's a group that the name escapes me, but it's
the Hooters.
The Hooters. That's it.
The Hooters.
The Hooters, Carla with a K. That's like our 3rd theme, I think. We had something for the start of a long piece of music from Elton John years ago. We had the Linus and Lucy theme, Vince Guaraldi. I loved that one for the longest time, but now we use that around the holidays, if I'm not mistaken. There's Trish Hartwick. She'd like her mom and dad at dinner for sure. And there are a lot of people who'd like to have their mom and dad back with them one more time. Thank you, Ann, for Carla with a K for that. Kathy wants Martin Luther King, Trump, and Biden. You mentioned that. And
interesting question.
The Durand Marching Band show last year was your last day on Earth. I have not had nearly enough coffee
to figure that one out.
We missed it.
I guess I did. Shoot, it's over now. So anyway, there were some primary elections. Joe Biden swept the primaries. And I don't know what else happened. I mentioned earlier Blair Gagnon, senior avionics system engineer with SpaceX. So he's with that Dragon Crew Dragon. He worked on that, and he's from Monroe. So Monroe, all of Monroe and all of Michigan should be very proud of him for that. I mentioned, did I say this? I saw Coco McAvoy on Fox News late last night, working for Fox 11 in Los Angeles. So I don't know what channel Coco was on. Was it Channel 4 here in Detroit?
Yes, it was.
Now she is there. The governor is coming on, and at 6:18 from our conversation yesterday morning. And Dick, I did ask the question of what will it take for us to be through all of this, no restrictions and all of that. And Kim asked me what she said, and I honestly don't remember what she said when I asked the question that you had suggested. Did you remember what she said?
She gave a general answer that we could have kind of expected from her.
Yeah. That's part of the problem. Good morning, sweetheart. Kim is up. Can you turn that off? Thanks. She hasn't had her coffee yet. So that's about what's going on here. I don't know what else. I don't know what else that we're launching
Here's my
into a lot of
question.
different
Oh,
things.
Yeah.
Well, ask your question real quick, because
How
I don't
long
know
do we
why
think-
hair salons and barber shops are still closed.
You
if
wanna know-
restaurants can be open. I can't
Okay.
figure that out.
well, have we been able to figure out any of these things, like why you could go out on your sailboat but not your motorboat? I mean, I can understand the ecological reasons, but not the COVID-19 reasons.
Yeah.
There's a lot of things that are real quick. Your question, Dayna.
How long do we think the protests are going to go on? The peaceful protests.
Well, the peaceful protests are no problem at all. They can go on forever until they see change affected, which is going to take time. But there's also people out there. There's a Wall Street Journal piece that Daron Levin sent me that said this whole thing about systemic racism in police departments is not true. And they list all of the facts. And it's eye-opening, that's for sure, but I'm not sure everybody involved in this wants their eyes truly opened. It's part of the
True.
problem. It is 6:14. We're going to leave the internet, but stay with you at 760. Well, no, the sound stays on the internet. We're losing the picture, but staying with you at 760 WJR right now at 6:14.
This report is sponsored by Discover. We treat you like you'd treat you. Get your free credit scorecard today, even if you're not a Discover customer. It includes your FICO credit score. And checking your scorecard won't hurt your credit. Learn more at discover.com/credit scorecard. Limitations apply.
First, and Miss Dayna Clark.
Just looking at a 15-minute delay across the Blue Water Bridge